Next up on our stage, the next keynote. And again, Benji as well will be on the panel afterwards, so questions afterwards on the panel for Benji, for Felix, and obviously the colleagues. Benji will be speaking about AI within hospitality today and in the future. The stage is yours.
Okay, so am I seeing the slides here or whatever?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So hello everyone. So we've seen that a lot of people here have brilliant concepts, brilliant ideas, and technology seems to be really easy. Okay, and actually what I will be sharing with you today is how to innovate. Okay, I've been an entrepreneur for the last 9 years in hospitality tech. Okay, and right now we are meeting at a crosspath where my need to innovate to make a living meets your need to innovate to survive. So I will share with you, as I said, some innovation management concepts that have been really useful because it's just not being a genius, it's all about processes and how you make decisions about innovation. And of course, we will be discussing about AI because it's a big part of the innovation plan of many hotels, okay? But really, the things that you're going to see today are going to be useful for any kind of innovation that you want to apply it to, okay? Even in your personal life. Okay, so, well, that's me. Okay, and I've been trying this concept in a few companies: price match in revenue management, staff match in management of temporary workers, and Quicktext, which is an AI company that focuses on helping staff save time, increasing direct bookings, and delivering like instant answers to guests through chatbots. Okay, so basically, Daniel gave me an easy topic that I wanted to get rid of very fast. Okay, so what do I need to click here? Yes. So innovation in hospitality today looks a bit like that. You have hoteliers that want to change but are really kind of trapped in their processes and don't really have time to innovate or prioritize innovation, on one hand. And hospitality in the AI within hospitality in the future. Well, basically, I wanted to give you the example of this hotel, which is a hotel Enna. Basically, it's a chain in APAC. Okay, and they wanted to do a very innovative hotel, except that because they were trying to have a picture of what the future will be like exactly, they got it wrong, and they got confused between science fiction and innovation management. And basically, the project was scaled back because basically what they had anticipated did never happen. Okay, so I'm not going to try to give you the exact map of what the future is going to be like, but I will share with you the tools that I use in order to anticipate it. So I'm going to change the topic for the conference from AI within hospitality today and in the future to something that is a little bit less sexy but more useful, which is how do you anticipate and get ready for any disruption in the future, okay? So the first thing that I would like you to get very clearly is that technology is a process, not a product. So I see many hotels that are now changing their tech stack, and they have a list of requirements from their old PMS provider to their new PMS provider, and it's exactly the same thing. So they are looking for something, trying to get the same thing, but a little bit better. Except that innovation doesn't work like this. I mean, we have been believing for years that innovation was about doing what we did before a little bit better. But in fact, it's finding new ways to resolve people's needs. Okay, so right now, for example, there is a big disruption that is not AI. The big disruption is in e-commerce, at least. The big disruption in e-commerce for hospitality, to be really precise, because we have a lot of experts here that could get offended. But the big disruption in hotel e-commerce, which is my area of expertise, is the fact that mobile is not improving the way we are consuming content. It's changing it. So basically, right now, if you are a decision maker, you have a tech stack that is not very well adapted to mobile, and you're making decisions based on data. Okay, so mobile is a secondary channel. Our direct bookings come from our website. So the best you will do is you will create a responsive strategy, which is you will focus on web and invest a little bit on mobile, which is just like basically adjusting. What I'm saying is that if you do this kind of decisions, trying to focus on what you do best and improve it marginally over time, Well, very soon you will realize that you didn't take the decision to invest in a new, for example, mobile-first infrastructure when it was time, and you see, when you drive this decision like this on like trying to improve what you do, you're never on time for innovation, because in fact, what happens is that people find different ways to do the same things. For example, in hospitality, it's always people traveling and sleeping at some point. Okay, the thing is that they use different ways to do it than they used in the past. So I'm just going to share with you the thought process that I had when I decided if I wanted to invest in an AI company. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm interested in e-commerce. That's the thing that I know. Okay, so the first thing is, what enabled e-commerce in the past? Well, in the 2000s, it was the appearance of personal computers, then the fact that people could access the internet without being developers with web browsers, and if this works, come on, baby. Guys, yeah. And they could do it from the comfort of their home thanks to a modem. You see, like, it's very easy what I'm saying, but nothing is complicated here. And the behavior that was enabled was search. Okay, that's what hotels have been doing and improving for the last 20 years. And when people are thinking about mobile or whatever, they say, okay, let's try to do this, but smaller. So they try directly to move forward. When in fact, what you need to do is kind of move backward, where you say, okay, this is what I see right now. Okay, this is what enabled my direct booking strategy. Instead of trying to force that into a mobile format, you need to go back to the basics. So basically, what enables e-commerce is not a personal computer. It's concept. So that you need a hardware to access the internet. You need a software to navigate it, and you need an access. And that's what is interesting. Like, if this works, come on, baby. Man, yeah. So on the behavior that it enables is search. Okay. So it's only when you isolate the constant and you stop thinking about features that you're able to actually understand what is going to happen in the next few years. Okay. And basically, what is the hardware of today? It's a smartphone. What is the behavior that people have on smartphone? It's interaction. And then it's easy to feel the gap. What is the way people access the internet now? Well, it's, come on. I mean, this system is really shit, right? You say Scheiße in German, right? So everybody knows how to access the internet. And basically, how do you navigate on a mobile when you can't search on the DNA of mobile is actually something that is interactive? Well, no-brainer. It's really easy to anticipate. I'm getting tired of this zapper. Like, guys. Yeah. So basically, the last component is AI. So when you start having a clear picture of what your future will be like, not in terms of features, but in terms of like the components that are going to be important, well, then you know how to invest. Instead of, when you're a tech provider, you hear, oh, can we do a test? Can we do a 2 months, whatever? No. I mean, you need to be able to build your own map of the future so that you will be able to invest, because what you need to change is an infrastructure. It's not a gadget that you need to add to something that is already existing. So I had to go down from the world of concepts, and Daniel asked me to show a few stuff. So basically, when we started, okay, we only had access to the website live chat, for example, that we tried to automate. And that's not the point. The point is that after came a lot of changes that were dots that put us in the same, that kind of indicated what way to go. So we started from something very simple. And then we realized WhatsApp is now compatible with an AI chat, for example. And then we saw that Instagram did the same this summer. And Google Business Chat as well. Like, if you don't know Google Business Chat, go find it online. Okay, because I don't know if there will, if this will not become your main direct booking channel in the next couple of years. Okay, and then you see Google Business Chat, and you see Google Answers on a mobile format, and you see that it looks like an answer. Okay, so basically, the idea is that you need to see things not in silos, but you need to see all the signs that point you in a direction and decide when you want to act. Is it when Google launches a chat and tells you this is how e-commerce is going to be done now? Or are you going to wait 10 more years and then complain that Booking did it in your stead? Okay? Because, yes, you're not alone. Okay? You have to see also what your competitors are doing. And right now, well, the OTAs are occupying a space that you're leaving completely empty online, which is customer service, because you all deliver great service online, great service on property, but online you're almost inexistent, okay, because you don't have time. But it's just that you can't keep using the same processes as you were using 5 years ago in a world that is being shaped as we speak. Okay, you can't keep like doing everything manually as you were, not because you need to save money, but also because you need to occupy more space than ever before. And this is, well, if you're interested by it, it's featured snippets. You see, like actually, OTAs understood that people were asking more and more questions on Google, and that the Google AI was here to locate proper answers. So they structured their content so that they would take your space. And coincidentally, long-tail search that are a little bit complex are the searches that have the highest intention of purchase. So this is free in terms of visibility for OTAs. They just know that answering customer questions helps them rank high in long-tail search, which are the searches that have the highest intention to buy. Okay? So basically, you understand that you need to understand the DNA behind the technology or the strategy that you want to pitch in. For example, if you're interested in mobile, you need to understand what makes it tick before you try to add products or features on it. Then you need to see the trends, okay, and you need to be listening to these trends, because if you ignore them, you will only be able to take decisions too late. So now that you know where you stand, okay, you need to decide how to act, okay, and that's the second difficult step, okay? Because the idea is that, let's say that here you have performance, here you have time, and here you have your web technology. You're in position C right now. The web, okay, is providing you with most of your direct income, most of the time. And you have mobile technology, AI, it's all part of the same thing, okay? And you know it has a lot of potential. But you see, the web is not going to break, okay? Technology is not about replacement, it's about opening new doors. And since your technology is not going to break, no one is going to tell you when to change. And it's important that you understand that you are the person fixing the date of change. If you don't do that, no one will do it for you. And if you expect people that do quantitative analysis to tell you when to change, the problem is that, you see, your web bookings are not going to grow up until you create the right infrastructure. So basically, when you look only at the data and you don't have the qualitative analysis to really invest in a new infrastructure, well, basically, you will only be able to take decisions when it's too late, and you will not take decisions to win. You will take decisions to lose less or kind of try to keep up with your competition, which is never a good place. Okay? So plan your next move carefully. Then you have people that arrive until here, and then they make a deadly mistake. Okay? When you think about technology, and especially new technology, I'm not saying like go for everything and do like the hotel and now, because that was stupid. Okay? Actually invest in things that are going to really bring benefits to your organization. For example, when people speak about AI, they speak about concierge. I hate that word. I hate the word concierge or digital assistant, because that's really not it. At first, like, you know, chatbots, AI are not able to replace humans. They are able to help customers find answers about what they need. They are able to engage conversation and convince hesitant customers to book on like different messaging channels that right now you can't occupy. So they are able to bring more traffic to your booking engine and help hesitant customers book a room. And that's great. Don't expect like to be able to do the fancy shit before you have even given a chance to this technology. Remember, like, I mean, Patrick Brown, like that is here, was not born. Or you're so young, Patrick, when internet arrived. You know, you're like 20, 25. Basically, at the beginning, websites were really poor. But they were great for what was possible, okay? And they grew up to what we know today. But don't expect to have a virtual receptionist before you do the baby steps. And the baby steps are already good enough and accessible to you. I'm just going to show you a quick example of failure, French failure, so that I don't offend anyone. So you see, Accor, like greatest group in the world. We have something in France called irony. So the idea is they wanted to like invest in AI. Okay, so they created a wonderfully beautiful chat, a wonderful name. I mean, feel welcome. I was so jealous of the name that they had. The problem is that it was great marketing. It could do a lot of useless things, but none of the useful things. So it failed, okay? Because it failed at actually doing the basic stuff that right now are making life difficult, frustrating your customers, and making you lose bookings, okay? So use AI for what it's for and able to do at the moment. Sell room, unable to increase your margin because of a lot of basic things that can be automated, and deliver a faster service to your guests. The fancy shit, maybe in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, who cares? Okay? And now it's your turn to play. So basically, innovation is not about replacing what you already have. The web will stay, okay? So you will still have kind of this opportunity to have people consuming your content and following the things that you want. What we're trying to open with AI is a new way that would not be based on what you want the customer to do or the journey you want for them, but the journey that they want you to give to them for themselves, okay? And this journey is about focusing your efforts on answering the basic needs of your customers through all the platforms that they use, because the key interface between you and the customer is no longer the front desk, it is their phone, okay? So it's for you to find how to make your content available and engaging and satisfying your customer requests through those portals. And you can't do it manually, okay? So this was kind of a... This is weird, okay? So, okay. So basically, this is... I always love performance and time, okay? So basically, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're not going to grow very fast, okay? AI is an opportunity for you to not do things better, but to do things differently and achieve another level, okay, of productivity. The thing is that innovation has a cost. When you start something, you can't ask to the tech providers or whoever to do everything for you. Basically, when you invest in something new, you will have a cost of discovery, a cost of innovation, if you want to call it. The good news is that this cost is going down because tech solutions are getting bigger and bigger. But basically, when you invest in innovative technology, do not expect people to do it for you. Expect people to do it with you. And there will always be a change of processes that you will have to operate inside your properties. So do not expect anything to be easy and expect to sweat. Okay? Things are getting easier and easier, but you will have to do your part. Okay? This is not a revolution that is going to happen without you. Okay? Come on. Okay? So it's getting easier and easier. And the good thing is that, well, now there is something that I really like is that we are seeing a whole hotel ecosystem or AI-powered ecosystem that is appearing, which is another sign that you can look for. So, for example, for everything that I'm introducing the next panel, actually. I don't know how much time I have, but I've said what I wanted to say. You see, for managing your content through different platforms and engaging customers, you have like chatbots, okay? AI-powered chatbots. You have, to make the price instantly and available to every customer, you have like the revenue management systems that are now able to automatically make decisions and probably finer and more granular decisions than ever before. And there is something that I really like. And this is really, as I said, the disruption is not AI. The disruption is mobile, which is changing the customer behavior. And actually, I like the fact that now we can also change the behavior of hotel regarding sales. Okay, before, hotels were kind of paying for visibility, but expecting the customers to come and book. Now, you have the opportunity to be proactive, because since people are on mobile and they're interacting, any touch point can become a relationship. And I wanted to speak about a German startup that I think is I'm really proud of, and I'm proud to collaborate with them, which is Hotel Resbot. And an amazing thing that has been done is that customers that now interact with the hotel through the AI, the chatbot, or whatever, if on the booking phase they do not close, a re-engagement process will happen. Okay, that looks stupid or small. But in fact, what is changing is not only the technology, it's the process or an approach that you have towards selling rooms. Before, you were just showing the goods, okay? And now you're proactively selling because you are able to follow the customer and helping through his decision process and convince him to book. And that's something that, well, I've never seen before in online booking, in hospitality. So good luck, because it's going to be a change, pretty much like the change that we had when we moved from paper to web. Okay, it happened in steps, and many people saw it too late. Don't make the same mistake again, and thank you for listening.
Benji, thank you so much.